Hi, I'm Brad Wiseman, and you're watching Real Estate and You. Tonight, I don't have any guests with me, but I do have some really cool segments I want to show you that we're going to be doing over the next couple months. The whole show is going to be called A Month in the Life of a Buyer. And basically what I did is I got two people, a couple, to be my buyer actors and to kind of show you what it's like today to be a buyer. So if you're looking to buy a house today, this is what it would be like to be a buyer in the market. And there's going to be a couple different segments. We're going to show 3 of them tonight, and then next month I'm going to show you another 2 segments, and I'm actually going to have my buyer actors here with me to talk a little bit about their experience about buying a house. So go ahead and roll the tape. Hi, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Amanda.
Nice to meet you, Andrew. Nice to meet you, Amanda.
Thanks.
After all the emails and phone calls, this is actually great. We get to actually meet. This is wonderful.
Moving forward.
So you ready to start buying a house?
Yes,
All right,
absolutely.
let's get started.
Okay.
Should we sit here?
Yeah, sit right there. Make yourself comfortable.
All right.
All right. So you're ready to buy a house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So are you nervous?
a
Very.
little bit.
You're a little nervous about buying a house? What are you nervous about?
I
I don't
guess what
think we really know we don't know much about buying a house.
Okay.
I think we're tired of paying rent.
Oh, gotcha.
But we want to make a purchase, but we're just nervous. Like, will we have all the money at the
Right,
time?
right.
Will all the transfers be ready to go when we meet at
Get
the
to
table?
the settlement table.
Right.
Gotcha. Well, just so you know, the process is a lot easier, a lot more fun than most people would say. It is.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a great experience, and it will be a great experience. So,
Okay,
a couple
good.
of things that I want to do, and you guys can take notes if you'd like
Okay,
to,
good.
Okay.
just
Take
because there's going to be things that you'll probably want to write down just because
Yeah.
you're going to need to reference them later on. So one of the first things I usually ask is what is your goal? What kind of house are you looking for? Like what do you see as being your first house?
Yeah. Well,
School district means a lot to us, right?
yeah, we don't necessarily want to have kids right away, but
Okay. But you are
know,
planning on having children.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we want to be able to fit in the house now, and if we have kids, so we
Okay.
want a decent size.
So you think of
probably
4 bedrooms?
maybe 4,
3 or
maybe
4
3.
bedrooms. I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe 2 baths.
2 baths.
Okay.
Probably a neighborhood.
Okay.
But we
Now-
don't really know the area that well, so we're hoping you can help us.
Right,
choose
because
which
you're
areas to-
not living here now, are you?
No.
Okay, you're actually living. I think you had said to me on the phone you're living down. Where are you living at? I forgot.
In Pottstown?
Pottstown.
We're
Pottstown.
commuting
Okay.
To our
Good.
jobs now. We just recently moved to Pottstown.
Okay, gotcha. So you're gonna be coming up here. So there'll be 3 or 4 bedrooms. Do you have an idea of what you're going to find out? I'm going to give you some lenders' names that you'll want to visit also. But what you'll find out is that the lender will say you qualify for this. I want to know. He's going to want to know also is what do you feel comfortable spending per month? Do you have a
Yeah.
number at all?
I think we were thinking like low to mid 2s.
Okay. So so you want me to put down 2,000 or something like that, or you're talking about the actual? You're talking
Yeah.
about the actual price of the house.
I'm
How
sorry,
much
total
monthly
purchase.
would you want
About
to spend?
1,500,
yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
1,500.
Okay. 1,500. That's a good number. Great. What are you paying in rent right now?
Oh, it's about 1,200. 1,200 in utilities, maybe 1,300 a month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wonderful. So you're going to own
So,
your own house
yeah.
for a little bit more. It's your own house.
Yeah,
It's
that's
great,
money's
Right.
going
and that's because
nowhere
interest
right
rates
now.
are so good. Yeah, money's cheap.
Exactly.
Okay, so cool. So it's $1,500 a month. I want to talk to you a little bit about getting pre-qualified. What you're going to
Okay.
want to do is you're going to want to call Steve Drager is his name.
Okay.
You want to give him a call. He works at it's actually was called Source Mortgage before. Now it's called Primary Residential Mortgage. Okay. You want to give him a call. I'm going to give you his card before you leave. And basically what you want to do is tell him what you're comfortable paying per month.
All right.
And you want to tell him then that the location so he knows what property taxes are going to be and things like that. Then he's going to give you a full, an actual number what you're going to need to bring to settlement for a house of that price, okay?
Okay.
So, because there's not just the monthly payment, there's
Right.
closing costs too, okay?
Okay.
So, do you have money in savings right now to
We do have some. We're just not quite sure if it's enough, obviously, for that.
Okay.
For a house, a mortgage payment of $1,500 and roughly $200,000 house. We're not sure.
Okay.
It'll be coming from different places.
Gotcha. It's coming from everywhere.
Yeah.
Under the pillow, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe under the pillow, it
some
depends.
Parents, maybe,
That's all right. And you know what? Parents are used many times in a transaction for real estate. There's nothing wrong with that. One of the things that we can do, though, if we find out we're a little short on cash, there's a thing called seller assist. And what we can do is we can actually ask the seller to help pay for some of your closing costs.
Oh, great.
So if we're a little short, we can do that also. So what school district were you thinking?
Well, we don't really know. There's Governor Mifflin.
Mm-hmm.
There's Wilson around here. Exeter.
Wyomissing.
And where are you going to be working? What's going to be, as far as geographically, what's going to be easier? Are you still going to stay down in Pottstown?
Well, I work in Plymouth Meeting, so
Oh, okay.
my commute's a little bit long. So
Right.
I want to be close to 422 or Morgantown Expressway.
Okay.
And I'm going to work right here in Reading. So,
Okay, great.
If we were near the Morgantown Expressway, I think that would be convenient for both of us.
Okay, so we're looking at maybe, with that being said, knowing the area, you're probably looking at more Exeter Twin Valley is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking in that area because that's going to get you down to where you need to be and also get you to Reading in a half decent amount of time.
Okay.
So we'll go with that. Do you have a house? You don't have a house to sell. We talked about, or you're in rent, so we don't have to worry about that.
Right.
I have pretty much my questions I always ask. So sometimes I ask questions that maybe wouldn't pertain. And you never bought a house before. This is your
No,
first house, because
first
Right.
just wanted to know. Because sometimes
Don't
there's-
know much.
you know pretty much. I bet you do. But one of the things, the reason I asked that is sometimes there's first-time buyer programs, and you have to be a first-time buyer to be able to use that money. So I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to start looking up homes for you, and I'll start emailing you homes. In the meantime, what I want you to do is I want you to get in touch with Steve as soon as possible.
Okay.
And we want to find out what you qualify for. And that way, because what I call it is your ticket to buy. He's going to give you a pre-qualification letter.
Okay.
You know, on that letter, it's going to say, I'm qualified for this amount of money. When we go to write an offer on a property, at that point, what's going to happen is we're going to need that certificate. So
Okay.
that's what we're going to do. So we can't do too much today, but we got started. We're getting started, and we're going to move on our way. And once you get
Okay.
together with Steve, then I'll be talking to Steve and to you, and we'll start looking at houses right away.
Awesome.
Great.
All right?
Thank
you ready to
you.
get
Can't
started?
wait.
Yeah.
do it.
Absolutely.
You just saw Amanda and Andrew there talking about what they're going to do as far as buying a house. And the next step, like I had said, is going to see a lender. And the next segment you're going to see here, they're going to go see a lender. He's going to ask them some questions. He's going to tell them things that they need to get together as far as their financials, their bank statements, and stuff like that. So you'll see here what goes on when they meet with a lender.
Hey guys, thanks for coming in today.
Hi,
Andrew and
thank you.
Andrea. Brad told you to, come in and see me and see if I can help you out as far as programs, what's available, possible payments, and I'll give you a couple options and it'll be up to you. Now, this isn't a very serious appointment. You didn't bring all your stuff with you at this time, but you can get it to me. But it's a great way to get to know each other, and I can know what your goals are so I can meet those goals and
Great.
hopefully put you in a home with Brad, and I'll send you back to him.
We're anxious
Hopefully all
to see
ready
what we
to
get
go.
approved for, if we get approved.
Okay, Brad told me that you're from out of the area, you're looking around for a home. Do you know what price range you're looking at?
So we're looking at, what did
I
we
think
say
it
would be
really
good?
comes down to how much the monthly mortgage payment would be.
Right.
We at this point in time we would say $200,000, but we don't know what that monthly payment would be. So I think our budget's about $1,500 a month.
Well, we'll let you know, there's a lot of programs available for you guys, and not necessarily one's better than another, it's just what best suits you.
Okay.
One of the most popular programs, especially for first-time home buyers, is FHA, because literally you can get in there with 3.5% funds out of your pocket. The seller can pay for all your closing costs.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Now, the downside with FHA is the mortgage insurance is a little bit higher
Okay.
than going with conventional rates.
Okay.
But what I would do is I'm going to ask you some questions about your income and your qualifications,
Okay.
and I'll come up with both numbers. One, you'll need a little bit more for closing costs, and the other one will have a little bit better payment.
Okay.
And one's not necessarily worse than the other, it's just what best suits you. Okay, some of the things we use to get you approved is your income, your job, what you're currently doing, how much money you have in checking and savings. And I know you said you're going to get me all that information for you, to have that happen. So I'll explain to you the process. The first step is to get pre-qualified. I think it's one of the first things you do before you go out and look for homes, because then you can see what's comfortable for you. You don't want to look at a home. If I tell you can qualify for $1 million home, but you see the payment and it knocks you over, you don't want to go look at that
Right.
home.
Right.
So the first thing is pre-qualification, and that's where I pull your credit. So I get your social security number, your birth date, your current address, and your
Okay.
name. And this can all be done even over phone or in person.
Okay.
And then I can issue a letter that will say something like this. It's a
Okay.
pre-qualification letter.
Okay.
And it says that I've looked at it, you seem like you're a good candidate. The next step is to be pre-approved. Now,
Okay.
pre-approval is when you actually get me all your stuff. I run it through the automated approval model. and look at your credit. And that is backed by the hard material. This is a good way to start.
Okay.
And in the meantime, what I ask is you get me those things so I can work on your pre-approval while you're out looking for your home. A pre-approval is a little bit more solid than a pre-qualification
Okay.
during the process. So I know, do you have any questions about some of the things I'm asking?
Yeah, so you'll get us the list of the documents that you need to run our information. And Brad was telling us something about seller's assist. How exactly does that work?
A seller assist, I'll give you a quick example. Say you're looking at a $100,000 home, just as an example. With FHA, you can go up to 6% or all the closing costs. So a seller literally can pay for all your closing costs, and you just need the down money. So maybe you go in there, you look at the house, it's selling for $100,000.
Right.
So maybe you might offer full price, $100,000, but you ask for $6,000 to pay for all your closing costs.
Okay.
All the seller cares about is what they walk away with.
Right.
They don't care if they're helping out with their closing costs or not. And the other way to do it is you negotiate them down and you bring all the money.
Okay.
But most of the times when you're buying your first home and your money's tight, you want that assistance. Seller assist is more common with first-time home buyers than not. You know, the statistics are about over 60-some% of first-time home buyers use seller assist.
Because
Okay.
that's less cash that we have to pay out, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I do want to give you a list if you want to write down some of the things
Yeah.
I'll need for you
Please.
guys to
Great.
send me.
Okay.
I'll need your W-2s for the
Okay.
last 2 years, which is 2012, 2011. I'll need your pay stubs for the last 30 days.
Okay.
I need your bank statements for the last 2 months, all pages.
Okay.
Copies of your driver's license. And that's about it. Now, if you're self-employed, I would need your tax returns for the last 2 years also.
Okay.
And if I think of anything else during the process, I would let you know, or during the loan, because something can come up. But we're there. My job is to help you and everybody get through the process. So I'll be with you every step of the way.
Great. How long do you think this will take?
Well, I can get you pre-qualified. I'll let you know by tomorrow.
Oh, wonderful.
And as soon as you get me your information, I can get you pre-approved probably within 24 hours
Okay.
after that.
That's great.
That's awesome.
Well, thank you for coming in. If you have any questions, please give me a call, and I'll call you tomorrow.
All right. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Raise your
Thank
hand,
you
Jen.
so much.
Look forward to working with you.
Absolutely.
You're watching bctv.org. Be informed, be involved, be a member. For membership information, go to www.bctv.org/support/membership. For other stories and information, go to bctv.org.
Welcome back again. That last segment was pretty much about how you get financing and what you needed to get together for financing. The next segment actually it starts to get fun. This is where you actually start looking at homes. This is the fun part. So the first two parts there obviously are not as fun. You're kind of meeting in an office or whatever, but this is where it gets fun. We start looking at homes. And in this segment, you'll see that Amanda and Andrew actually really are into the house that we showed them. So this house is pretty much what you guys were looking for from what you told me the other day.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
priced at $239,900. It's
Okay.
4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and it also has a finished basement. So
Oh, wow.
it's pretty much everything you guys were looking for. So let's go inside and check it out.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Wow, this is really nice.
Oh, it's a first floor.
Oh, yeah.
master.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Are
You're
most
okay with
homes
that?
in this area first floor?
Not most of them, but it's one of those things you have to kind of get used to it. I mean, a lot of the
Okay.
homes around here are going to be probably second floor master, but they're saying more and more people are looking for
Right.
that because later
Yeah,
on
it
you
makes
don't have to
sense
move.
if you're going to stay here for
Yeah,
a while,
exactly.
right? Okay.
But what do you think of the high ceilings in here too? It's
Oh
nice.
wow, this is beautiful.
Really spacious.
I really like it.
Great.
Really like it.
We want to keep this.
Yeah.
You want to keep the furniture
We
and
just
everything,
take
right?
everything as
See
is.
the closet.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, look at that.
It's big enough for me. Oh yeah. All right.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
very nice
Lucky
Closet.
you.
Well,
Do I
look
get some room in there?
doubtful, highly doubtful. You don't get any room.
Check out the bathroom.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
check out the master. Oh my
my
goodness.
gosh.
Now that's a shower.
Whoa.
I think that you could,
shower
the whole
head.
neighborhood
That's
could
pretty
be in there at the same time.
impressive. Yeah.
It's very
See
nice.
the backyard from here?
Yep.
Wow. Look at the landscaping out there. It's
It's
beautiful.
very nice. And you got the double sinks here.
Yeah,
You
I
can
like
both brush your
that.
teeth at the same time.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
So with the shower, how do we test to see if everything's working correctly? Should I run it?
Well, you could run it now if you wanted to, but I can tell you what's going to happen too is if this will be the house you're going to buy,
Right.
what'll happen, you'll do a whole house inspection.
Okay.
During the whole house inspection, they're going to check everything for you.
Okay.
Okay.
So that way you'll know exactly what is wrong with the house, if there's anything wrong with it.
Can we have a house inspection before we put a bid in on the house?
No, usually generally it's part of the agreement of sale, so it'll
Okay.
be contingent upon the house inspection turning out to your likings. So we would put an agreement in to be contingent upon the whole house inspection passing for you. Okay?
So who do we find our inspectors from?
I'm going to give you a list of those when we actually sit down to put an offer in on a house.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
Great, let's go see the rest of the
Great.
house.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Oh wow, look at the lighting.
Oh
I really
yeah.
like this
That's
island.
impressive. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, is that something you guys really wanted? Was an island, right?
Yeah, yeah, I think
Very
that's
nice.
unique. The lighting is just awesome in here.
It is, very
How
cool.
do you know what comes with it? Does
Well,
Yeah.
everything just come with it?
no, not, well, it depends. I mean, appliances wise, a lot of times the refrigerators do not stay.
Okay.
Your stove, your dishwasher, anything that's attached is what's going to stay.
Okay.
Personal property would be a refrigerator that would usually go with them, but we can always ask for it in the offer and see what happens.
Okay.
And so it's nothing's definite until we put the
Right.
offer in, and then we can see what you guys
Okay.
can do. The backsplash is very nice too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That's
I like the
nice.
color in here too. I don't even think
Nice
I'd
and light.
repaint it.
Very
Really
nice and
like
light.
this window here.
Oh yeah, a little
Yeah.
plant window.
Yeah.
Oh, and it looks
Wow.
like it has garbage disposal.
Yep.
That's good.
Yeah.
Something nice to have.
So what happens if we realize, say we put a bid in on the house and then we realize certain things aren't working? Like you said, something like garbage disposal would stay. If that doesn't work, is there any opportunity to have it replaced?
Absolutely. On the inspection that we talked about before, then at that point you would do what's called a reply to inspections, and then the seller will decide or not if they're going to fix it for you. And then you could decide if you don't want the house at that point. So obviously
Right.
over garbage
So you can-
disposal, you're probably going to say, I still want the house.
Yeah.
But if it's something major like heat or air conditioning, then you could say, I'd say we don't want the house.
You can
But
always refuse the offer.
generally we can work things out.
Okay.
And we can negotiate things out. Yeah.
Okay.
Good question now.
Lots
All
of
right.
outlets in here too.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah.
Good. All the under cabinet lighting
Yep.
is nice.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't we check? We'll go outside after this.
Okay.
Let's go check out the family room now and see
Okay, perfect.
what that looks
I love
like.
how open
Oh, I
this
love it. The ceilings.
Oh, that
Look
is
how
nice.
high they are.
is. Yeah.
It's even got
Plenty
a
of room in here.
How do you
fireplace.
clean that fan up there?
Well, that's something for Andrew to do. That's his job. It's called an 18-foot ladder, and you go up there and you dust it.
Sounds dangerous.
No, I always say if you can't see it, you shouldn't have to dust it, right?
That's right.
There you go.
It'll just spin it at full speed. It'll all fly off.
That's a gas fireplace, actually.
Okay.
They're very nice. They actually, a lot of people think they're just for looks, but they do create a lot of heat.
So is
Yeah,
the
I like
whole
that.
house gas heat? Or?
Yes, it is. This one is
Okay.
gas heat. In fact, this whole community is gas heat.
Oh, wow.
Which is, one of your better ways of heating as far
Most
as efficiency.
efficient.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Definitely. Yep.
Great
Great.
windows. Love this.
Yep.
Oh, it has a little switch for it.
Yep. Lots of windows too here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Great views of the backyard.
Yeah, we got to go out and see that backyard. We can't
Definitely.
wait any longer.
Let's do
That's
it.
really nice out
Really
there.
like
My gosh.
Wow.
this.
Wow. I don't
Beautiful,
think we've
huh?
seen any houses with landscaping like this. This is
Yeah, can
beautiful.
you imagine how much that costs to probably put in?
Yeah, you're looking at a lot of money here.
Savings right there.
Absolutely. I mean, this is all hardscaping that costs, a lot of money.
Thousands of dollars.
Yeah, and you notice it's actually fenced here too.
Oh, okay. That's perfect for our dog.
Great.
And
Awesome.
the shed, so I guess does
Yeah.
the shed come with the house?
Shed comes with the house. It's included, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if there's
that's
anything in the shed, we could potentially work that into the offer also.
Absolutely. If there's something in the shed, you could definitely work it into the offer. It depends, obviously if it's something very
Like a
expensive, it might
mower
not.
or,
Sure.
something like that. We could, if it's in there, we could ask them that we
If they
want
don't
that.
need it and they want to include it, they
Okay.
might do that. One of the
Okay.
things I thought about this yard though is a little concern. Are you guys okay with the sloping?
Yeah, I think our dog will love it. That's for sure. And I mean, this patio here is perfect
Yeah,
for,
great for
get-togethers and barbecues. So
Will the
Absolutely.
inspector tell us about the hill and the outside environment and how that's
Yeah.
good or bad for the house?
They're not going to look at landscaping per se, but if they see that there's a problem with any kind of water flow or anything like that,
Okay.
they will bring that up and say, you might want to have this looked at for
Right.
further as far as any water flow into the house or against the
Okay.
house.
Okay.
So they will look at all those things.
Now, how
Yeah.
about the roof?
They'll look at the roof too. Now I'm not a roofer, and you're going to have an inspection done, but it does appear to be in pretty good condition. It looks like it's a little
Yeah.
newer.
Okay.
So I think you should be okay, but they're actually going to walk up on the roof.
Gutters
They're going to
look
walk
good,
on the roof.
too.
Yeah, it looks nice, and they have the gutter guard on here too.
Okay.
So
what's
with all
that
the leaves
white
here.
pipe on the outside, on the side of the house?
The white pipe, that's actually a radon system. There
what's
must have been
radon?
radon here at the house. Radon is colorless, odorless gas
Okay.
that actually will accumulate sometimes in the basement.
Okay.
And if you get it tested and it tests over a level of 4,
Okay.
a lot of times they'll say that you might want to have it remediated, take it out. So there's a
Now-
guy that actually comes in though that will
Can
will
we
take care of it.
test that during the home inspection?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I would suggest
and that's
that we have
our
that done.
expense, or would that be the current homeowner's
That would be on your expense. Yep.
Okay.
Any of the inspections are your expense. To fix the problems or any issues that come up, that's the seller's.
Okay. Now, if it is a problem, the level of radon is an issue, how can we resolve that? Will the current homeowner resolve it and take care of the
Yes,
cost, or
they
do
will.
we have to be responsible for that also?
Well, because there's a system on here, it's pretty odd that it would actually test over 4. But there's
Okay.
sometimes when they're put in, they do have to be retested, and sometimes they
Right.
don't test
Okay.
correctly.
Okay.
Very, very slim chance.
Yeah,
but
Right.
probably
if they
in
do,
great
they would.
shape that it's
Yeah.
installed.
Most likely,
Makes
it's
sense.
probably newer. It's a newer
Right.
home, so it's probably
Yeah.
in good shape. But it's a good
Okay.
question.
We're
Yeah.
proactive.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Let's go check out the finished basement.
Yes.
Cool.
Awesome.
It's all finished down here.
Oh, yeah, this is nice.
This is
This
awesome.
is great, huh?
Woo.
If we had kids, they would love this.
Drop ceiling and the lights already done.
Yep. Very nice.
Entertainment system.
What's nice too is with the drop ceiling, it's actually all level. So this must be like
Right.
a 9-foot basement.
Yeah, it seems like
And
the
they
ceilings
leveled
are really
everything off
high.
very nicely.
Yeah.
Wow.
This adds a lot of value.
There's some more back in the corner there.
Oh yeah, it looks like some unfinished space back
Storage or
there.
something.
Great.
Good for kids.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely.
Pool table.
If we had a pool
entertainment
table
area.
Awesome.
Wow, this is
Really
really,
neat.
nice.
Yeah, this is great.
Huge.
back there.
Let's go back
check
and check
that
the
out.
unfinished space.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Okay. So.
This is the
I don't know
non-pretty
what to
part of the
look
house.
for. What do we look for to base
Wow,
the
there's a lot of
piping?
stuff back here. What's
Yeah,
all
there
this?
is.
Can you give us some information
Yeah, I'll
on
give
that?
you a little bit here. This is actually a water softener. Very popular or very important to have these days in the area. The public water in this area is very, very hard.
Okay.
So a lot of people will have the water softeners. It's going to extend the life of your hot water heater. It's also going to be easier to clean up when you're doing cleaning around the house. It's not going to leave those little white spots.
So what exactly is this?
That is the heating system. It's actually gas forced air, which is pretty much the most comfortable heat you're going to find,
Okay.
one of the most efficient heats you're going to find. Gas is very plentiful in Pennsylvania, so we're fortunate for that. And then on the side here, you're going to see this thing jutting out here. That's a humidifier.
Okay.
In the winter, it gets so dry, the air gets really dry. What's
Right.
going to happen, that's going to add some moisture back into the air. It's good for people with allergies, if you have any allergies, or if you have things like that, it's good for that. And the hot water heater's over there. It's all wrapped in
all right.
insulation to try and help with the efficiencies.
Okay.
Okay.
All right?
All right, great.
All right, we got to get to the next house, so
Yeah.
let's get going.
I don't
Okay.
know. I really like
Yeah, I
this
really
one.
like this one.
Well, we can talk about it.
Okay, wow.
Wow, this house is the best we've seen so far.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I totally agree. It seems like it has everything you guys are looking for.
Yeah.
So, if we're that interested, would we be able to put in an offer in today? I'm kind of nervous that somebody else might put an offer in
Yeah.
and snag the house before we can get it.
I agree with you. If this is the one, if this is the one you think is the right one, we should probably go back tonight and actually
Okay.
write up the offer. It's actually everything that we do has to be done in writing. When we put an offer, it can't be verbal. I can't just call the guy up and say, hey, this is the offer that they want to make.
Okay.
We'll have to put it in writing, and then I'll get it to the seller's agent, and we'll see how it works out. Okay?
And
Okay.
you think we could go in a little bit lower? We weren't really looking to spend $240.
Okay.
It's a comfortable.
Well, you know,
range to
today it's
go in.
tough. It depends on how many people are interested in the house. If there's a lot of people that are looking at it, if there's more interest in the house, you might want to go a little higher.
Right.
If the house has been sitting for a while, we might be able to go in a little lower.
So, it's been on the market for over 6 months
It's
now.
been some time, yes.
I'm
could
thinking if we
probably-
come in slightly under, you think 5,000 or maybe 2,000?
I think you could probably go even lower than that, maybe.
Okay.
Well, other thing we want to do is just kind of get an idea. Let's remember what we saw and what that was priced at.
Right.
So we
Right.
get a feel for what this is. I think this has a lot more than some
Yeah,
of the
there's a
homes
lot
we
of
saw,
value here.
but it is a little higher than what we were looking at too. So
Yeah.
Right.
I think we'll go back to the office. We'll look at some numbers again and see what you feel
Okay.
comfortable spending, and we'll put an offer in.
All right.
Yeah.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right.
Great. Let's
Awesome.
do it.
Thank
cool.
you.
Okay.
We'll see you at
Okay.
the office.
All right.
As you can see, Amanda and Andrew are very happy about that house, and they are going to be putting in an offer. And actually, we're going to do that next month. We're going to take them through the process of writing up an agreement of sale, and then you'll actually see what goes on at a settlement. That will be very nice. There'll be a whole settlement going on, showing you what happens there and the different questions that come up. And all that stuff. So I wanted to thank Andrew and Amanda for all their time and efforts in this whole process. And hopefully everybody out there has gained some information on what the buying process is like so far. And see me next month here on Real Estate and You, and we'll show you the rest of the process. Thank you so much, and good night.